Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
And it is Monday. Denise in North Chicago needed this.
Just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, mother. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit, let it slip, or you'll be leaving with a fat lip.
Oh, what's the explosion?
Oh, man.
Oh. There we go.
You're like, that's enough. You're like irritable on this Monday.
What
Song's over.
What a bad omen to start the week.
Yeah, sorry,
I
Denise.
love them.
And all the people in North Chicago.
They're so good.
I got you now. It took me a second.
Wait, who did she
Sharpen
love?
up, you two.
Wait, what did I miss?
I said bad omen, like bad omens.
Oh.
Kenzie said, I love them. And she does.
Yes, she does.
I do love them.
Do you want to play the song again with a proper explosion?
I don't think so.
Really?
You're
just
You know what? He made it all the way to the end. I rarely do this, but I'm going to agree with Brian on this one.
Yeah, Denise, I'm sorry. And all the people in North Chicago, I apologize. We'll do a redo next Monday for
Apologize
you.
to the rest of Chicago, too.
The rest of Chicago, but the epicenter is North Chicago because that's where Denise called in from and said, I need the Limp Bizkit mashup song. And we did it. And
I don't know. I feel wrong about this. I feel like we should do a redo. We can't start the week like that.
I'm just letting it ponder for a second while we're on the air.
A receptionist.
Okay, Lily checked in from Piatone, and she said, do it again. For Piatone.
I'm with her.
You got a war between cities now? I'm sorry, Lily. Okay, fine. We'll do it again. This is for Lily and Piatone.
It's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract. Your best bet is to stay away, mother. It's just one of those days. It's all about the he says, she says bullshit. I think you better quit, let it slip, or you'll be leaving with a fat lip.
All right. Okay. Apparently, Piatone's got it going on a little more than North Chicago. Explosion was much louder. We're all good now. So, okay, there we go. I hope everybody's happy. Fine. We're done. We're in. We're going. We're off. Here we go. So, coming up today, obviously, we'll have a fact that makes your brain go boom in a couple seconds. And we have Lord tickets coming up in Clash with Kenzie at 7:10 for the United Center show. So make sure you are here at 7:10 to get on the phones to compete against Kenzie in Clash with Kenzie. 8 o'clock, we continue with Q101's Fest. You qualify with tickets for Riot Fest and the Osheaga Festival in Montreal. Ooh, what a trip. So two incredible...
I thought you messed up saying Oswego really first.
No. Now I forgot what it
that's
is.
not how you say that.
Osheaga.
I see.
Osheaga.
Osheaga or Osheago?
Osheaga, I thought.
It is Osheaga. You're
It's-
right.
Thank you. I know what I'm
good.
doing over here.
Yeah. Famously.
Obviously, he's a professional.
I actually was really thankful I was right on that one. I wasn't sure because it's a Osheaga. Either way, it's a trip to Montreal for an incredible music experience, and of course, you get Riot Fest as well. We'll call the winner of the Minnesota Yacht Club Festival from last week at 8 o'clock when we register you again for the new festival this week. And we hope everybody, before we get forward here, has had a beautiful Mother's Day. All the mothers out there that work so hard and take care of the kids and have a job and all those things. We hope it was a outstanding Mother's Day. Kenzie, was it an outstanding Mother's Day?
It was Mother's Day, you know. Unfortunately, my husband was really sick all weekend.
Oh,
So I had to do a lot of stuff on Mother's Day.
yeah.
Busy.
That doesn't sound amazing. Sounds good.
okay.
Sounds nice.
You know what? It was an ode to being a mom. It was a nice, realistic experience.
Kids throwing up on you, no help. Yeah.
It's okay.
Case, how was your Mother's Day?
It's great.
Yeah.
I call my parents on the phone every Sunday, so yesterday was no different.
Oh.
It was
I hope
nice.
that you got your mom something.
I got her a very nice text in the morning.
You didn't send her a gift case.
I did not.
How dare you?
Why wouldn't you do that? And Brian, it's not a joking matter.
No, it's not. Well, I know the how dare you usually is some kind of joking matter, but yeah, Case,
Why
yeah.
would you send your mother? You have no idea how hurtful that can be.
Well, we're not a big gift-giving family.
But something little, you could have sent her flowers.
I could have. Brian, what did you get your mom for Mother's Day?
I got her a card and I'm actually going to be FaceTiming today.
Oh, you didn't call her on Mother's Day?
No, we agree, we have a family text.
You didn't get her a gift either?
Oh, my God. Kenzie, turn your anger towards Brian.
I'm angry at both of you.
Well, that sucks.
The thing is, my mom, at this point, she goes, I don't want anything. I'm trying to get rid of stuff. I don't need anything. I don't want anything in there. So she loves cards, and a card is a nice thing to do. And a FaceTime with Harper would have been great, but we got too tied up, and she got tied up, so we missed the FaceTime.
You send her like some chocolates or something?
She don't want that.
That's going to melt.
When? You're going to set it outside and not eat it?
In the mail.
Yeah, in the mail.
It'll
the
melt.
mailbox is hot.
Yeah.
What? Why send it that way? You can attach them to flowers. Most flower shops will deliver them with your flowers.
She does love flowers, and I really did mess up this year. I always send her flowers, and I didn't do
You
it this
guys,
year. I know.
You look back and you regret these moments. There's only so long. You can't take it for granted.
You're right. You're right on this one. I'm not going to fight you.
I mean, and you're way too grown for me to be telling you this, Brian. I mean, what the hell?
What about Case?
I mean, way too grown, but yikes on your part.
But I've done more for my mom than Case has done for his mom in his
Don't,
life.
don't do
don't
that.
know about-
Don't pull that crap.
What do you mean? I've been around longer. I've clearly done more.
You've been a bigger burden.
I have been a burden.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. There is an ideal, socially acceptable number of sexual partners to have. It's different for men and women. And this is in the Chicagoland area.
Of course it is.
So there's been a new study scientifically analyzing some data from everybody. And so here we are. We have the numbers. So what do you think the numbers are, Kenzie? So it's different for men and women. So it's going to be a man number and a woman number. It's the ideal, socially acceptable number of sexual partners.
So if a man made the list, it will be 1 for women.
Okay, women. I mean, I'm sure there were men involved in the study.
No, if it's their list, and then 150 for men.
150 for men. Got it. Case, what do you think?
1 for women, 150 for men. It makes sense. 5 partners for a woman, 10 partners for a man.
Yeah, you think so?
I mean, it would be cool if I was able to hit those numbers.
Oh, you're not there yet?
Not even close.
That's
You're
sad.
supposed to be done. You said you're going to marry.
I'm trying. Look, I don't need any more. It just would have been cool before I got to this point. Had I racked up a few more.
Oh, yeah, you got to think about that.
Yeah. I played my cards too close to the vest on a few of these.
Well, and it's also, I believe, and the women can speak up here on the text line at 312-591-8300. Women don't think that way. Oh, if I could have racked up a few more.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I think there's people like that women want to hook up with.
Oh, of course.
They're like, well, I would have liked to bump into him previously, but,
And I'm sure regrets of, oh, I should have slept with that guy or girl.
I think that unfortunately for women, we're like, boy, I shouldn't have slept with him. That was an unfortunate decision.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see men hanging around talking like, boy, I'm sorry I got laid with that one.
Exactly. They just don't care.
It's like, okay, it was a mistake, whatever. But I'm sure women clearly have a bigger thing like, oh,
Ugh.
God, that guy or girl.
You just see them posting on like Facebook and you're like, oh no, I can't believe I slept with you. That sucks.
Well, check in 312-591-8300 on the text line. But we have the numbers when we come back after Shinedown. An ideal, socially acceptable number of sexual partners is a new study because this goes on every couple of years, but this is a new one. This is the new standard. in 3 minutes. Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. It's new analytics, new data compiled for Chicagoland of the ideal socially acceptable number of sexual partners you should have. And it's different for men and women. This comes from Vice in a psychological and sexual study that they did. Many doctors were involved in this and also crunching a lot of data from people around the world, not just in Chicago, but it came up with an idea in Chicago of what we should have. So, Kenzie guessed for men, 150, for women, 1, with the preface that a man made the study.
Yes.
Because a woman probably wouldn't say that at all. What would a woman say on that one? Like men 0, except for me, and women don't ask about my business. Sister.
I don't know what happened there. I don't know what just possessed you. No, I don't think women, like, I've never met a guy and been like, I hope he hasn't slept with a single person. Like, I mean, I don't even know if I want to deal with whatever that's attached to it.
Well, that becomes educational on your part then. Then you have to educate them on how everything. Might be nice.
To be honest, and then just because of how a lot of men are geared, I'd be concerned that once they start this process, they're like, well, what does the rest of them feel like? Oh, let me go talk to all these other women. Wait a minute, that was awesome.
That was the best thing ever. Why'd I deprive myself of that?
Hold on, there's a few more girls over here. One second.
Now I'm married to this one who was great. It was amazing, but how do I know it doesn't
what if
feel
everyone
different?
else is better? I don't want to deal with that.
Good point. Case says men 10, women 5. So a lot of guesses on the text line, including some decimal points. I don't know, men 4.5, Bill checked in with, and women 3.
Is a half C's a mouse situation?
I'm not sure. I mean, I see crunch numbers. There's data on maybe odd numbers came in there and turned out to be a 0.3, a 0.5, or whatever certain acts might be in a decimal point situation.
Do you want to? Never mind. Go ahead.
No, we can't.
Do you want to break down what a decimal point equals?
No, we can't do that. I mean, we can do it off the air. It'll be fun later in the car, but we can't do it right now.
In the car? Where are you taking me?
Well, to get a 0.3. Pull over on the side of the road. Okay, here we go. So for men, the magic number, ideal socially acceptable number of sexual partners in Chicagoland is 5. So let's see, no one said that, but 5. With 2 or 3 being casual.
Wait, men is 5?
Men is 5. So a couple being casual and a couple being long-term serious relationships.
Uh-huh.
This is the body count for men and
Is this
women.
per year for men?
No, this is the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's, I guess, I don't know. I'm not
Is
trying
this
to
if
get
you meet like a 17-year-old guy?
It's very strange because you hear things about very young people having sex earlier and then some people being more reserved and controlled, I guess, with their stuff in their groin area.
Why did you say it like that?
Because
that was insane.
I'm trying to be clinical as I can here.
In the groin area.
The stuff in the groin area for men and women.
Yeah.
Some people are more restrained with that.
Some people wish they could be less restrained. It's the problem is getting the other person to, be into it.
Well,
You know what I also think it is? I think it's that you meet some people who are long-term relationship people. So if you meet a guy who's just not really been in many long-term relationships, their number is always way higher than like, oh, I was with one person for 5 years, then this person for 3.
Yeah.
That's 8 years of someone being single. You know what I mean? It's just different.
Yeah,
Unless they were huge cheaters, obviously.
Well, that's a whole...
So, like, all my exes had a lot of numbers during that time, unfortunately.
Whatever your ex's number was, add 58 to each one of them.
At
least. Yeah. So 4 to 5 or 5 for men. Lifetime, by the way, this is, with 2 or 3 being casual, and their first sexual encounter between 18 and 20. That was me, by the way, between 18 and 20. I did not, my friends all got laid before me in high school.
Yeah.
I did not.
We weren't. What range were you? 18 or 20? Because you weren't in high school anymore.
I was in the 18-ish range. 18-ish,
Okay.
Yeah, 18 to 20. How do you know I wasn't in high school at 20?
Good call.
It always, I can't fathom getting laid in high school. Just from a scheduling standpoint, it seems like logistically it would have been so tough. You have
What
so
were
many.
you doing?
You
in
have
high
so many.
school?
You have so many assignments, and you also live with your parents. Like, it never made sense to me.
Neither of you had sex in high school?
Kenzie, look at us. Come, what do you think we were doing it in high school? Come on now.
Listen, I saw some people in high school that I'm like, oh, look at it, good for you. I mean, like, it still happens.
We weren't putting it down in the broadcast journalism department. Let me tell you.
Hey, well, speak for yourself. Although, same. You're right.
Wow.
There's a lot of people that, I was just dumb. Like, you really could have gotten laid. I was just too dumb to recognize that maybe this person was interested in me. It's kind of like, she.
Now you look back and you realize they all would have slept with you.
Yeah. God, they all would have. Boy,
They all wanted a piece.
they'd have been looking back on the time of their life if it would have happened.
That's so funny. I do not feel that way. I do not look back and go like, I left so many on the table I could have slept with. I don't feel that way at all.
So for men, the magic number is 5, with 2 or 3 being casual in their lifetime. The ideal socially acceptable number of sexual partners for women is 3. Yeah, women got shafted again on this one. I mean, not shafted, really. So 3 is the number, with 1 or 2 being casual. So we're more judgmental of women, obviously, in this study.
What's the age of this person?
They did the study? Or the
what's like this is the ideal number. What's the age?
Well,
Like by 30, by 25, like you can't be like 70 and like bone 3 people.
some people. So the study.
I mean, if you lucked out and like met like a good guy in high school, but
Yeah.
they didn't work out for everybody.
Well, the study did focus on 25 to 30-year-olds, to your point. So I guess they're figuring by that point, maybe you're going to get a long-term relationship by 30, but that doesn't seem to be happening anymore, really. People are waiting, just in general, or they just aren't finding the person.
Yeah.
So the first encounter for a woman, by the way, 16 to 18 years old. So 2 years younger than men.
Yeah.
That's just what it
What
is.
are you trying to say?
Look at that. I'm not directing it at you.
Hell, you look like, so you're a whore? Is what your face looks
Kenzie,
like
your
right now.
thoughts.
Yeah, so why don't you answer the question, Kenzie? There you go. 5 for men with a couple casual, 3 for women. How do you stack up on that? Think about that for a second during Offspring. The fact that makes your brain go boom with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Well, coming up in sports, a lot with the Cubs and the White Sox, of course. And tonight in Chicago, one of the biggest events in sports is happening in Chicago. You won't believe where it's happening either. We'll talk about that in just about 5 minutes. But first, we get to the highlights of your weekend. We love hearing about how your weekend was when we check in here on Monday. 815 checked in. Weekend highlights for me. Celebrated my wife's birthday, Dia de los Muertos, regular Mother's Day, and then announced...
No.
What?
Not Dia de los Muertos. Madres.
Oh,
Like
what's the-
Mother's Day.
Oh, Dia de los Madres.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Muertos is Day of the Dead.
Oh, that's after Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Like end of October, very beginning of November. They weren't celebrating that.
Let me do it again. Celebrate my wife's birthday, Dia de los Muertos. No.
Oh, man, you gave yourself another shot. I thought you were going to be able to make it pay
I did it
off.
right the first time, too. Not the first time. The second time I did it right. Dia de los Madres.
There you go.
There we go. All right. That's nice. Good weekend.
That rocks.
414 checked in highlight of the weekend. Super Heaven at the Metro last night. Metro was pretty popping over the weekend as well. Mother's Day was going great until my dad and uncle got into a UFC match in front of Grandma.
Still sounds fun.
Frankie checked in from Pilsen to report that. Boy, I'd love some pictures and videos, more details on how that fight started.
And how it ended, too.
It is weird that some people, we're at a point now where evolution of fighting, let's say, people used to square off with their fists. And now when people start to get in a lock, they do know some MMA moves now when you see like just family scraps. And it's kind of like, oh,
Damn TikTok.
Yeah.
How-tos.
yeah. YouTube and TikTok have taught people a lot. You see people, all of a sudden, whoa, this guy's had some training.
He's doing like a spinning back kick in the kitchen.
Oh, a Superman punch. That's amazing. From your 58-year-old uncle. It's like, whoa. Liz checked in from Bolingbrook. My son and I went to Sonic Temple on the heaviest day. We saw many good bands and had an amazing time. If you don't know, that's a festival in Columbus, Ohio that was over the weekend.
Oh,
What'd you
I
think
thought it was like a new Sonic movie. Because doesn't it sound like Sonic in the Temple or something? I was like, oh, I didn't know there's a new one.
Yeah, Sonic Temple. It used to be called Rock on the Range, and so it's not that far from here, about a 5-hour drive to Columbus, and has all the heavier bands. It's an incredible festival. Metallica was there. I have a friend that was her 130th show. My friend Natalie, that was her 130th Metallica show.
Oh, just specifically Metallica. I thought you meant like her 130th concert.
No, just Metallica.
I mean, she'd have to see him like a few times a year.
Oh, easily. She's only 19 too. It's amazing.
Your 19-year-old friend is obsessed with Metallica?
Have you ever seen a band close to that, Kenzie? Or like let's say 10 times.
No, my thing is that once I see someone, I like check it off the list. Like I'd rather now see somebody else, even if they're my favorite. I'm like, well, I got to see them though, so I haven't. The most I can think of is I've seen Fall Out Boy twice because of Wrigley and Riot.
Yeah.
But
That's a good one to see more than once.
But I'm always like, okay, cool, I got to see them. You know, like that's all I needed.
Yeah.
And then even people I like love.
Yeah.
I saw them done.
I think I've seen 311 14 times now, I think.
Is that the most?
I think so. Van Halen was a bunch, but not 14. But I think I'll just say 311 14 times, top of my head.
Okay.
What about you?
I've seen Military Gun 12 times.
Okay.
I've seen every single time they've played Chicago, I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've seen the Front Bottoms 10. That's my favorite band. They're close, but Military Gun at 12 because they played Chicago 6 times last year. So I was able to rack those up pretty quickly.
Well, if you have
Like setting up equipment by that time.
if you have a crazy number you've seen a band, head us up at 312-591-8300. Sebastian checked in from Aurora. These are highlights of the weekend. My brother and I took my kid's go-kart out. He hit a drain and flew out of it, and I somehow burned my arm. Good old-fashioned fun, he said. So the kid flew out, and somehow his arm got burned. Was he trying to catch the kid or the go-kart?
I think the go-kart. I don't think the kid was on fire.
Maybe he was.
Maybe.
Homemade go-karts, you know?
Go-karts are awesome.
Oh, yeah. We made one when I was a kid out of a lawnmower engine that my mom drove us to the junkyard, or at least we thought it was a junkyard, and said they're giving everything away. And my mom left the station wagon running, and my brother hopped the fence. It turns out later we found out we stole that lawnmower engine.
Well, why did you think they were giving everything away?
Because we were just kids. And my mom said, we can go over here and you can find a lawnmower engine for the go-kart. My mom waited out front with the engine running. Brother hopped the fence.
So she was aware of the stealing.
She was aware of what was going on. Yeah, we stole a lawnmower
Just
engine.
make it quick so we can have room for others.
My
Wear
mom
these
had-
ski masks because
Happy-
it's sunny.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. She was badass. Let's see. Cece checked in, saw Ministry Friday night at the Rib. Awesome show. They played their really old stuff, too. So there you go.
That'd be such a bummer to see Ministry and have them play like a new album.
Yeah.
With all due respect, I want to hear the hits when I go see Ministry.
I want to see Jesus Built My Hot Rod.
Yes.
I didn't look at the set list. Maybe they're talking about that or One More Fix or Psalm 69.
That happened to me one time. My dad, I had to go see a lot of like old rock.
Yep.
And my dad took me to see John Mellencamp. Mm-hmm. And he did, I know. Off the bat, I'm like, okay, but whatever. It's for my dad.
Well, let's not judge. It could be okay.
Yeah. He did it. He only did new music. And people were yelling out songs. And he was getting mad. He's like, I'm not doing it. This is the album I'm touring. He was like yelling at people. He was yelling songs from the audience. He's like, it's not happening.
If anybody's waiting for Jack and Diane, you might as well get back in your car and drive the F home from wherever you came from.
He was like disgusted that people liked his old music. Like, Pink Houses, go F yourself. He's like, okay, sorry.
I don't get that.
I wanted to hear a little Cherry Bomb. He's going to kill everybody in the audience.
Instead, here's my 21-minute instrumental
You
version.
have no idea. He made this album, and he was like, he made it in a church in the South. It was not good, and there were long stories. You know, when like you know when you get to the old age, these artists with like, I'm gonna make a 47-minute story and turn it into a song.
Your dad's like there ready to go. I'm going to share these moments with my daughter, these great songs, and there's nothing.
And then like I didn't know, like I didn't want to hurt my dad's feelings. So I'm like, maybe he's into this. Like maybe this is like his thing. So I'm just kind of like nodding, like, oh yeah. Like I didn't know.
I bet that car ride home was fun.
I'm like, were you like into that? He goes, I mean, I would have liked him to play some older songs.
It would have been cool if he played any song anybody on
He
earth
didn't play
recognized.
one.
Oh, that's terrible.
Not one.
That's a joke.
It was not good.
Gross. All right, sports coming up after Gautier, and keep checking in, 312-591-8300. One of the biggest sporting events anywhere is happening in Chicago tonight. We'll tell you what it is.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.